Well, this is Random Breakout Crazy Donut Ball season, and today, children, we will be breaking some world figures. No, but I do have the power to sometimes turn giant. Every 30 seconds, 300, 800,000. That's interesting. I will have to take this. Let's see. Cotton candy isn't half bad as Cookie herself, and I think destruction based buffs would definitely be better for me, especially since I get one every 30 seconds. And there's almost like 1,000,000 plus points to be had during that time. So probably giant base points would also be ideal. Maybe normal jellies too, but those are always good, usually no matter the situation. So I guess this will be a destruction based run, I do suppose. It's funny how like the strategies, quote unquote strategies for like each breakout run is so dependent on your RNG and what you get as your first epic buff in the beginning. I mean, unless you get insanely lucky with the RNG and get like a legendary buff or something like that on your first to third combis, chances is you're gonna have to hinge on the one the game gives you, which is what we're doing now. Not like we have much choice either. I mean, I don't actually trust in my chances of getting epic buff anytime soon, so it is what it is, you gotta live with it. That said, I do wish we had like Cotton Candy's super epic costume. That one was absolutely adorable. I used it as a thumbnail for one of my videos, but I don't actually have a super epic costume, so whoopsies, I guess I did a clickbait. But it's quite cute. I love the whole like goth aesthetic. So when you combine that with something like that's really cute and adorable, like Cotton Candy, now you imagine like dark and moody with cute and bright to be kind of incongruous, but I guess that's the magic of fashion and style, With a good designer or a good artist, you can make completely opposite concepts just meld together into something it's kind of similar but also just really like gorgeous. Like, man, the art in this game is good, I know I gush about it a lot during update videos, but like it really cannot be understated, I mean, despite everything else of the game, like the art itself is just, I really like it. It's just adorable. There's such this like unique charm and style to it. So it's basically appealing to pretty much most demographics. And it's not so like mind-numbing or like easy that like your normal thinking person will be turned off of playing this game either. So you really gotta give props to like the map creators for doing that. I think GCL maps are fun also because you can just see the potential in the game. Like, if they ever gave like players, the option to make their own maps, which is, I doubt that would ever happen, honestly speaking. It's just like, probably not, But like, if they ever just like, hypothetically speaking, gave players the chance to make their own maps, I think that would be really amazing. Kind of like Mario Maker. Because he can end up some super like absolutely stunning type of maps. I mean, not just in the sense that they'll probably be like technically more difficult than your normal like player maps made by the game devs, but more in the sense you'll be surprised what people could do with the limited amount of tools they have, But then again, it's not like it's gonna happen anytime soon, so I guess that's just a dream to be fantasized about in lonely little corners like this one. Sunlight Rose Gardens, there we go. Sunlight Rose Gardens. I really do hope that like my recording is actually doing halfway decent, because it's not like I can just remove the static but I also spend like an hour recording, so I also just don't feel this urgent pressing to delete all my recordings, no matter how staticky they can be. So there's gonna be a couple videos coming out which are just fully like probably unlistenable to. So I'm not gonna like particularly do anything with those videos. I mean, I'll still release them, but they'll probably be like, and I'll edit them, but I'll probably be like unlisted or something, you know? Right. Is the ooh, getting a bit lucky here, aren't we? I mean, nothing that completely changes the game in that sense, but like, these are all buffs that are, you know, you won't necessarily complain about if you get them, but they aren't exactly like the top priority on someone's list of like tiered buffs or something. So there's that too. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but probably not. But like outside, there's just this whole, it sounds like the squeaky shoes of some kid, probably a toddler. I'm really thinking about it. Toddlers and squeaky shoes. I imagine young kids like that must find some joy in running around with squeaky shoes, right? You know, since you are so attracted by such, I guess, sensory objects. I myself, I don't know, man. I'm pretty childish in temperament, so it's hard to say whether I will, but I mean, it's not like I particularly favor the sounds of shoes just grinding across a plastic floor, but if I'm bored, things you do when you're bored cannot be understated, you know? Reminds me of like that one experiment where they put participants in a room, they asked them to wait, and they had this like little button in which they could, you know, send a electric shock through their system every time they pressed it. And apparently like most people pressed the button because they got so bored after a while. And then there was even like one guy, you know, this super outlier who like shocked himself at least like 300 times during the duration of the whole experiment, which is about, I think, 3 times a minute or something like that, which I guess says something about like the state of human attention span, you know, and we're willing to hurt ourselves just to give ourselves some sort of like sensory like material to go off of, you know. I guess kind of why the idea of a white room with nothing inside is so scary to some people. I mean, I'm the type of guy where it's like, I fidget a lot, and I take, okay, so currently not really because I've got like some side effects from my medicine, so I don't take it, but, oh, thank you, alright, oh sure, I guess, you. 4 colorful star jellies appear when obstacles are destroyed. Is there anything better though? Like, you know? Ooh, after destroying 40 obstacles. Yeah, this one's a good one. Especially comboed with Fire Spirit. Yep, it's decent. Thank you, cheerleader. I'm curious whether she only appeared because I chose her in the previous round, or it was because, well, I just got lucky, but you know, I guess we'll never know. But yeah, like I was saying, I have issues with my attention span, probably. I mean, if it's come to the point I've had to take medication for it, I imagine I'm not actually diagnosed with it or anything, but you know, it's mildly amusing in some sense that I have to take medicine for it, which means it's some degree of not normal. But alright. But yeah, I'm just a really fidgety type of guy. Like, it's come to the point when I'm trying to sleep at night, my leg will move around so much that like it basically hinders my sleeping, which is, you know, it didn't really happen in the past, and I don't exactly recall being this off in nature, but who knows, man. I mean, the present taints the past so much sometimes it's hard to really tell what's so different anymore. You know, it's like, it's hard to tell whether things were really better back then or if it's just nostalgia tinted glasses doing all the heavy lifting of happiness for me. You know? Like maybe my time of life right now is the best it's ever gonna be, but I just don't see it because I'm so bogged down by reminiscing over past illusions of like happiness or something. But it's hard to say really. I mean, even the way I wake up and look at the sky, it was never truly objective in the first place, you know. Even my experience of the world is subjective in some way, shape or form, even if I'm not consciously like aware of it. So, you know. But I mean, that's just how it is to live, you know, I guess. I mean, it's really hard to just put like the whole scale of a thing into question sometimes, because you know, everybody around you is also like you know, like, I mean, it's hard to comprehend sometimes just the scale of the world. Even though, you know, in your being, you're not meant to comprehend like the mysteries of the universe or whatever, but you know, it's also sometimes hard to accept just how small and insignificant you are in that like a greater state of being that the world is, you know. I mean, like a century from now, who's to say whether you or I will even really exist anymore, you know? But yeah, this is what my brain tells me on a daily basis. So I'm taking this as like half an excuse as for why I never did well in my school examinations. Speaking of examinations, I have so many complaints. I mean, I'm not the one with like the worst grudge there is, but and I do understand that like over a lot of other people in the world, I have this, you know, this incomprehensible like amount of privilege. But I mean, if we always use the basis of, well, everything's perfect as it always is, you know, to shut down any criticism at all, I mean, how will we really progress, you know, as a society, as a people? I mean, really, you know, as good as things are, instead of asking why can't they be worse, why not ask why can't they be better? But whatever, you know. Maybe I'm like too roided up on like soya milk right now to have like decent commentary or something. Not to say that whatever I say on like a daily episodic basis is any better than this, but like I imagine trying and attempting to strike like existential terror and dread into the hearts of anybody who might be listening is probably not your number one like goal on your wish list when you're trying to do commentary. So what would I know? And that's even like banking out the fact that like my microphone isn't just spazzing out right now and giving this static the worst time of its life it's ever had, or the best time of its life, you know, whichever way you look at it. I can't even tell why the static. I assume it's because I position my mic weirdly, but it's not like I have a stand either, and I do have to plug my mic into my phone. Well, it's a little rapscallion is what it is, you know. But it works, so I'll live with it. And unless like I get some sort of sugar mommy in the near future, I doubt I'll be having any sort of microphone related expenses in the meantime. I mean, I hardly even edit my videos, you know, like I just cut the little silences in between, and even that's just almost like terrorizing my computer in a sense. It's just dying on the inside, you know. But it works, I do suppose. And I mean, you know, if it works, it works. Just not the best, but oh well. And you know, I could probably say something along the lines of like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But my computer, it's broken, guys. It's a little bit cracked, you know. Not the best. Wow. Alright, well, none of this is jellies and blast mode plus 25,000 points, 4% slower base speed. I don't mind. I mean, 4% slower base speed is probably a detriment to my points, but in all honesty, it's probably better for me as a player, because my god, skill issue much, you know. Speaking of skill issue, I've been trying to do embroidery after I finish my diamond paintings, but like it isn't not going well. I've given up on using like normal thread, like normal sewing thread at this point, because it's just too thin and you really can't see like the sort of knot or stitches I'm trying to do. It's not great, to say the least. And also what's not great is the fact there's no holes here for me to throw myself from body and soul, non-existent soul, into. Aha! Give me this hole. I need the holes. Every hole is a chance for glory. As quoted by DGR Dave. I wonder if any of you kids here watch like Mario Maker. I don't actually play it cause Nintendo Switches are like too far out of my budget to even dream about, but I do watch videos once in a while. I mean, I'm the sort of guy to like watch like 7 hours of YouTube every day, but not particularly because I'm paying attention, just because I put in my background, you know, kind of like music. Like when I'm trying to sleep, I like listening to music. It's hard for me to do it without, unless I'm just super tired, you know, and even then sometimes it's a bit of a pain to fall in that deep, you know, oblivion of slumber. Okay, I should probably quit here. This is not good. Like, I can't get the points I'm supposed to be getting from falling to pits and holes, so not great. Oh, you? I'm gonna choose you then. You're not bad, aren't you, Mr. Tiramisu? Especially since Tiramisu has his little, what do you call it, nightlight treasure, which gives him a bonus points for every distance, cause it is combo treasure. So that's great too. It's really cute, isn't it? Look at this guy. I have his little costume and everything. It's quite adorable, isn't he? You know, the compulsion I get to just fall into holes after being used to playing with Cherry Bomb is unmistakable. Ugh. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know, funny thing I learned recently is that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is based off, was it Sven? I don't remember exactly, but like one of those Nordic legends, you know, the one where like Loki gave birth to Sleipnir, was it? I don't know, one of these, like the 8-legged horse. And somewhere along the lines, that legend just got mutated into Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with his big nose. And like Santa is some sort of amalgamation of like Odin, cause Odin used like, I think, Loki's child to run around as like a sort of horse. I don't remember the exact thing, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that Loki got pregnant and gave birth to like a horse, you know, just had some hot horse on horse action, HHH if you will, cause he wanted to do something with a bet or win it. Yeah, I think it was something about a giant. He didn't want this giant to win a race, so he got like, he became a mare and got pregnant, something. There we go. 615 million. Next can be number 8. Who will it be? Oh, who are you? What's the worst that could happen? Okay, that's fascinating. Permanent mini magnetic aura. None of these are particularly amazing, all things considered. Ooh, yeah. I think I have to stick with Moonlight. She gives the most points, and the buff she gives me is pretty decent, all things considered. I guess maybe Night could go well with my Fire Blast Jelly buff, but Moonlight just seems like a better choice overall in terms of points and like destruction because of her Meteorite Candy treasure. So there's that. Meteorites. I've never seen a shooting star in my life, funnily enough. And you read about it all the time, you write about it. I've made poetry that references shooting stars, but I've never seen one in person. You know, the thing about light pollution is that, well, it's pollution. You know, I remember a long time ago, I don't know how many years back, but I remember going to Malaysia And in the car at night, you could see the light from where my country was, you know? Since Malaysia is so close to Singapore, if you just looked over, you could see like the light on the horizon from Singapore just emanating outside, like some sort of beacon of like, you know, a city. And I guess there's probably some poetry, you know, to be made out of that. The irony of it, that we light up so many lights in our own city that we can never see the natural starlight anymore, but whatever. That's for a person smarter than me to think about or write about, you know. But yeah, if any of you kids can see shooting stars, that's cool, you know. Appreciate them a little more, cause they're pretty. There we go, 490 million, 29th place. It's alright, I guess. Nah. Anyone better? Not you. 50 obstacles. Well. Think we'll take this guy. I don't know if I have a buff for blueberry jellies. No, it's only pink bear jellies, unfortunately enough. Well, we'll live. Sniffy nose. I can get a little runny nose when I eat spicy things, or sometimes when it's cold. But I like cold weather anyways, so won't mind to complain, you know. And I guess it's a little bit irritating, but it's nothing I can't deal with. Having a sniffy little nose, kind of like glasses getting foggy or whatever, or trying to go to sleep, or trying to shower. It's there, and you don't like having to do it, but it's not like it's terribly deconstructive to your life either, so it is what it is, you know. We'll live with the little sniffy noses for now, and all the tissues I have to use. Oh dear, hit myself against the wall again. Well, instead of a wall, it's probably a rack of xianyu, dried salted fish. I mean, I do give a bit of ikan bilis to my cat sometimes, and I doubt he has many health issues from eating dried salted fish, so it should be fine, you know. 470 million. It's alright, I guess. Oh, who are you? No. Right. Give me something good. Give me something good. Oh well, Abyss is fine too, I guess. Flee before it devours us all. Rambutan village. And the Abyss is going through destroying everything. Maybe not, I guess. There's a bunch of monsters just roaming around. Maybe Abyss is just helping take care of the resident pest problem. I don't know. Imagine if superheroes existed, you know, lawyering agencies that specialize in collateral damage will be so popular, you know, among public defenders or something, you know. I wonder if it's possible to reach 28th place. You've been sticking around 29 for quite a long time now, you know. Maybe Abyss will be the one to do it? Probably. I mean, a legendary isn't a legendary for nothing. Ooh, 27. That's great. And yeah, I guess while all our buffs were, you know, decent, they weren't exactly game changers in that sense. That's probably partly why we're in this situation right now. So there's that. 26. Well, it's not half bad either. So, you know, I won't complain too much. There we go, complete run. Ta-da. Well, my rank is alright, decent, you know. And let's, anyways, just thank our comrades here for running with us as always. And thank you to you too for watching. Let's just hope this video doesn't come out all staticky. And that's it. Take care of yourself and love ya.